What are you doing, dog? Okay, I'm here, but I have to go let my dog out. Hang on one second, guys. Or not. He's about to do the dance. Hello, April. Hi, Vicky. Hey, 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 hey. Been a long time since I've been in front of a camera here. And it's hot outside. Is it hot out your house? Hi, Natasha. Hey, hey, hey. It's like muggy today. I'll go jump in my pool after this. Can somebody share this into Team Diamond Dolls, please? Hey, Tony. Hey, Carla. Hello, Cassie. You can hear that, huh? I swear, I thought he was like about to go do the dance in front of the door, because usually when I go live, that's his time. He's like, time to go potty. And I have to let him out. Hey, Jayza. Hi, Lisa. Aw, thanks. I'll be back on track. Hey, Karina. We don't have anybody from Lisa's team here yet. We had a lot of people respond. I'm surprised. I'll give it 2 more seconds here. Happy Papa New Year, guys. New year, new you. It won't let you share? Hang on, let me see. It doesn't do well when I'm on the thing. Oh no, it's not letting me. Anybody else, can they share? I can't do it because all I can do is invite personal people. I'm waiting for my dog. I heard him drinking. All right. See, why is that? What up with that? You know, just in case you guys didn't know, Facebook changed their, basically it's so they can spy on us more. And so Facebook changed the, basically the backdrop to how Facebook is. So I've been noticing a lot of people going live and their lives getting cut off in the middle of their live. I know, that's exactly what it is. So Facebook has been doing a lot of things that I'm not up to date on yet because it's only happened within the last week. But I have seen a lot of you guys and I've seen your lives cutting off and I've seen you guys having to restart several times. I'm hoping I don't have that. Thank you so much. If any of the Diamond Dolls, if you guys have team members that aren't here, you may want to grab them. We are actually going to talk about some of the goals that you guys have set. And we're going to talk about ways to get through them and to push forward. Hey, Mel. You know, so I want to start off with saying that this is the brand new paparazzi year. If you guys are brand new to paparazzi, our calendar year is different than that of a regular calendar year. It's a fiscal calendar year for paparazzi. So automatically on this date, all of a sudden, the calendar starts over, which means your PV starts over. Your rank is your rank forever. However, your rank will not be paid out at that rank unless you are consistently hitting it every month at that time, right? So this is the brand new year, and we start off day 1. They gave us an awesome special to bring in new consultants, right? So they have the summer party pack. The pieces are hot. Last year, the pieces were hot. You guys have the opportunity to earn those summer party packs, right? Awesome way. If you guys don't know, that makes your profit margin higher because you're getting more pieces for less money. So I wanted to talk about goals, because if this is the brand new year, you guys should have goals set for yourself, right? I have gone ahead and we've done an exercise with my team and we have created dream boards. And the dream boards are our path or our roadway to where we're going. Hey, Bella. You don't necessarily have to have on your dream board all paparazzi. You may have other achievements or goals that you guys are looking for. I know some people on my team are going for weight loss or they're battling sickness. And there's a lot of different things that you guys can aim to. However, I'm going to tell you that this is so important. So I'm going to tell you a little story about how I had never heard of a dream board, right? And I tell everybody about Lisa's boot camp, right? Lisa's boot camp is all about getting yourself out there. Branding boot camp. She's like a 10 video series. They're very not long and drawn out. They're 30, 40 minutes, but that is what changed my path in this company. So I always recommend that people go ahead and watch her branding boot camp. And I find it funny because I hear so many people and I see so many negativity things going on inside of Team Hotsy Totsy. And they're complaining about this or they're complaining about that, or they don't know why they're not getting the viewers, but yet they have all of these resources that are available to them. And I'm telling you that Branding Bootcamp changed my business and changed me going forward. And part of Branding Bootcamp, and I can't remember if it was I think it might have even been exercise 1, was to create a dream board. Now, if you guys are looking to hit goals, and if you guys are looking to smash this, the best thing that you guys can do is go to these resources, right? And when I first saw this dream board, and she's like, everybody has to make a dream board, and it was homework assignment 1 or 2, and you have to have it posted in here. And I said, a homework assignment. So I'm like, okay, so she explains the dream board, and I really was like, I honestly didn't get it, right? I thought, but I did it because I wanted to stay in the training, and that was a condition of being inside of the Branding Bootcamp. And that's good that you have huge goals. So when I created my dream board, I put it together. I actually did a digital one. Don't do a digital one. And I ended up smashing all of those goals. Hey, how you doing? May, how you doing? So when I created my dream board, I did it all digitally. And I thought, okay, this is going to really help me. How? I didn't see it. And I didn't really do it properly. So I want to show you, I made a new dream board. I finished it last night, actually, because I wanted it done for the brand new year, okay? So if you guys notice what you want for a dream board, because you guys need to make these goals. If you do not have goals, then you're not going anywhere. You're just sitting there. Because if you don't have expectations of yourself, then don't expect to move, right? So I created my dream board, right? And I'm going to tell you what should be on everybody's dream board is convention and EMP. Convention and EMP are the most important parts of this business. Anytime that I get away and I go to a paparazzi event, I go back and it gives me that second to step back. And that's when can we buy unicorn? That's when the founders throw you into your seat, right? They basically lay it out how it is and put you in your place. Did you go live? Are you going live? Go live. Go live. Quit bragging, Lisa. So I created a dream board, and I always suggest, and so did Lisa's video, that you create short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. So I learned on my dream board when I first did it, I had a lot of long-term goals. And I decided just to focus on one long-term goal and not to focus on so much those goals because I realized mine changed. Originally, my dream board last year was that in 5 years that I would open up a store. I have realized for me, there's a lot of overhead involved in that, and then I run a lot of risk of theft and things like that, of having employees, and I decided that I just keep it simple and keep it at home, right? So always on your dream board, you should have convention and you should have EMP. It allows you to take a step back from your business. I'm going to tell you what else it allows you to do. It allows you to network. Networking is primary in this business. Now you say, why do I need to know other consultants? Because we all are working this business together. And what they called it at Elite is we are competitive comrades, meaning that at the end of the day, we are friends, but we are competing against each other. And I'm going to tell you the most useful part of being in the Elite group and going to the Elite Summit is the collaboration, right? So my team is fairly small. We, I think today, hit 288 people. We have about 110 of them that are actually selling, has signed up to sell and create a business out of this. A lot of the others are there for the discount. The collaboration that has taken place within my team is amazing, okay? We created a new challenge last month, and it was to basically be able to teach. I've done a lot of the trainings. You guys know me fairly well in this team. And I'll say, I hear a lot of your guys' goals. So I did one about when I came back from Elite Summit, and I heard so many of you tell me that you wanted to be elite. And I was really taken back because Elite, I'm going to read to you guys what, I had to pull it off of the Elite page. Once you join Elite, you actually get put into the Elite group. And this is Trent Kirby. And for those of you guys that are new, he is actually one of the founders of our company. And this is what he says Elite is, okay? Here's what I intended Elite to mean by definition. A select group that is superior in ability or qualities. I like the term elite because I believe people within this group should have and act with superior abilities and qualities in the way they conduct their business, themselves, their leadership responsibilities, etc. This is where the work happens. This is where the cheering happens. This is where the teaching happens. This is where the problems are solved. This is not a rank. You may achieve a rank that qualifies the word elite, but it's the actions that make you elite. Elite is a higher standard in all areas. Elite is a team before self. Elite has nothing to do with pay or gifts. Those are byproducts of it. What does it mean to be elite? It means to never stop being better. So, hey guys, I just saw everybody popped on. So I wanted to tell you guys that I saw so many people that when I did it, they told me, we did this paint your own picture. I talked about Elite Summit, and they told me that they were going to be elite. So, have you guys ever seen the movie The Karate Kid? I'm older, and I realize now that my jokes and everything else that goes in between doesn't fit within a lot of the age ranges. But in The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, and I say this because we're watching the Cobra Kai show and it just all clicked together, right? Mr. Miyagi tells Daniel LaRusso, come here, and he's basically having him sand the floor, paint the fence, right? Wax on, wax off. And that is what he's doing. And LaRusso's going, okay, come on. When am I going to learn karate? Like, this isn't karate. When am I going to learn karate, right? But what he was doing, Mr. Miyagi, was training him without Daniel even knowing it, right? He was training him to have those as natural reactions, okay? And so I have done a lot. I was in government position, and I had a lot of government training, and I've always been a manager. And I have read so many self-help books, right? So one of my favorite is The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People talks about in order to make something a habit, it needs to be done 21 days in a row, okay? And then it becomes a habit. So when Lisa puts forth a challenge for you guys, when Lisa does a training, hey Belle, hi Yvette, when Lisa puts forth a challenge for you guys, and when Lisa does something that is a training, right, and she challenges you, and I saw one just the other day, and or a couple weeks ago, and it was basically watch her video, pick a topic, and train on it, right? Go live in the group and train, and her team. And so I wanted to say, do you realize what Lisa's doing? Wax on, wax off, okay? She is giving you a skill set without you know it. Yes, it's a challenge. You get something for it. However, she is teaching you guys different ways to explore. And although that I thought at the time when Lisa challenged us and told us for this branding bootcamp to do a dream board, although I thought in my mind that it was silly, I knew that Lisa had a stature and she had promise about herself and that she knew what she was doing, so that I shouldn't be afraid to try something new to get what I wanted. Because if Lisa said this was something good to do, then I should go try it, right? And so, although I will say my best effort didn't get put forth into that first dream board, I did see the effects of it, and I did see what that effort did. It always kept my eye on the prize. It kept me moving in the right direction. A lot of people think that because of me winning a necklace or because I made elite so quickly or anything like that, that I never had days I wanted to give up. And I did. I wanted to quit probably 7, 8 times. But it's not that moment that defined me. It was the next day when I picked myself up and said I was going to try something new. And it's the same thing with you. So when I see that Elisa, and I saw so many of you guys, both on her team and on my team, and you guys were saying how you wanted to be a lead on my video and how that was, you were going to be there and you were going to do it. And when I saw that she proposed a challenge where you guys could show your leadership skills, nobody did it. I think 3 people. Do you realize how many people are in this team? 3 people completed the challenge. And I want to tell you from a leader aspect how disheartening that is for somebody like Lisa. I want to talk about the characteristics of a good leader. And then you guys can fit in and draw in the picture, right? So there are several characteristics to a good leader. A good leader has honesty and integrity. Lisa, through and through, right? They have confidence. We all lack a little. Don't say that we're not scared, but Lisa does have confidence. She goes out and she builds, right? She is not afraid to go live and tell you guys a new way to do things, or find a new way to do things to save money. She spends a lot of time doing that, and I can tell you her business is phenomenal. So it's not really to improve her business. It's to inspire others, okay? You guys have the ability to inspire so many people. So everybody thinks that Paparazzi is selling jewelry, but it's not just selling jewelry, okay? Are you selling yourself a little bit? Yes, okay? I will say that the biggest thing that the founder said at leadership was how bad depression is in this country. And so a lot of people, and tell me if you guys have this happen to you. When you guys go live, somebody will say, thank God you guys were on tonight. You know what? I was just having a really rough day and I knew you'd cheer me up. Or, you know, I was really, really, really hoping that you would be here. And so you are like that highlight in somebody's day, okay? I want to talk a little bit more and then we'll go back to this, but being a leader is having commitment. It is a commitment to better your team. It is having a passion for the business that you are in. If you do not have the passion, if you do not have the commitment, if you guys are just, you know what, maybe this will work. Guess what? Maybe isn't going to get you there. I'm going to tell you one story that one phrase that I hate. I shouldn't say hate. I dislike it immensely. The one phrase that I dislike immensely is fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. I'm not telling you fake it till you make it. I'm telling you make it till you make it. Make it till you make it. Yes, you had a bad day. Yes, that show was awful. You sold 6 pieces. That doesn't mean that you're not making it. And that is part of what the dream board is about. This is me. This is what I'm going to make. I'm going to make it happen. Right? I'm not going to fake it. I had a bad day, but I'm still making it. I am making my dream happen. And that is why you guys have to set goals and set a dream. And then every day when you wake up, and notice I put my why, which is my family. You guys, every day when you wake up, every time you feel like giving up, you go look at that dream board. You should make one and hang it right where you go live or right where you do your jewelry sales, because I'm telling you, it makes a difference. You are going to remember what you're working towards, and you are going to remember why you are working towards it. The thing about it is that you have to have a passion for this. If you want this, then don't be afraid to commit to it. That is what a leader is about. So you are going to put forth your commitment. You are going to put your passion into this. A lot of people say to me, well, how many hours a week do you work? I could tell you, you know what? I don't think I ever stop working because I have so much passion for this company. I believe in it, and I believed in it from day one because at first I had 6 viewers. I had 6 viewers for 3 months, but I didn't say, woe is me. Yes, there were nights that I'd say, I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to quit. I'll sell it all in one chunk and I quit. But the fact of the matter is that the next morning I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to try it that way. So was I defeated? For a minute, but I remembered my dreams and my goals. And I remembered that I believed in this company and I believed in what I was doing. So the other things that make a good leader is a good communicator. I'm not sure. Do you guys think Lisa's a good communicator? Because she's always constantly trying to get on there and teach you guys and train you and speak to you and answer questions. I'm going to say that a lot of the times that I don't put my team inside of the Frank Divas team, I want them to be more established. But the Frank Divas team is very large. Obviously, you guys, there's like 50, 30, something thousand people in it, right? Because the Frank Divas, woo, they're the bomb. They're our upline. However, The Frank divas are not consistently, how could they, with 30,000 people, able to monitor some of the comments and the information. And so I will say that Lisa is very close to her team, and she actually watches it, and she is watching what is transpiring within her team group and what people are saying. She takes it to note. She sees if somebody is having a problem, and she thinks up a training video to give to you guys back. Hello, Barbara Ray. So it is a good communicator. It is decision making. Okay, and let me tell you a little bit about decision making. So decision making is based off of this. When you become a team leader, when you start to grow your team, when you get a number of consultants underneath you, you're going to have to decide who's worth your time. Because there's going to be those tire kickers, the half in, where they don't want to invest in inventory. They think they're going to sell everything in front of them right there. Or they aren't consistent with their lives. They've never been to a training. Are you going to invest your time into them? Or are you going to invest your time into the go-getter, the one that is bang out the door? I'm going to tell you, when I first met Lisa and I first started talking to Lisa, I left the conversation with this. I didn't know she was my upline. When I found out she was my upline and she realized that I was a little lost, she called me on the phone. She said, can we talk? Do you want to talk for a minute? You can ask me some questions. I said, absolutely. And so when we talked, I left the conversation, the very last thing, and I won't forget it. I said, my goal is to make you and me a lot of money. Okay? A few months later, I talked to Lisa. And again, 6 viewers for 3 months straight, 6 viewers. And I talked to Lisa and I said, you know, Lisa, and a lot of you guys know this, that I had done a lot of events and I had so many planned, and my husband got very, very ill and I could no longer do them, but I had bought all this jewelry in preparation of doing 2 events a weekend and a home party during the week, every week leading up into Christmas. And I said to Lisa, I said, I know eBay. Like, that was my background. I know eBay, I know websites. I'm going to build a website. And she's like, oh, okay. 4 days later, I messaged her. I go, you want to see my website? I have 3,000 of my items on it. She's like, what? And she says, I really appreciate the fact that when you say you're going to do something, you do it. Right? So because of that, Lisa knew that I was a person she could invest time in. So when I see people saying, I'm going to be elite, I'm going to be elite, but you don't take any of the chances to show your leadership skills, that kind of X's you out of it, right? Accountability. So Lisa is Miss Accountability, right? So Lisa is always consistent. If you notice that she is accountable for her actions and she gets accountable for you guys. That's why I said she's monitoring her page. She's making sure that she is providing, hello, Amy. She's making sure that she is providing you guys with the information that you guys need to succeed. All you have to do is watch that information. Lisa has gotten several people to come talk into the team group. She also does her own training. She provides YouTube channels. She provides you guys challenges and contests. She also has the ability to delegate and empower people. So I know that, and I have seen that Lisa has she delegates to other people within her team. So, and she has things that she hires people for. She has asked some of you guys to do training, which you guys actually have. Lisa is also very giving. I've seen her come on to your shows and share them. In fact, I've seen it, and I'll go on to your show and share it if I am available. And so I want to say she has creativity and innovation, okay? Lisa hears about a new thing, and what does Lisa do? She buckles down, and I'll call her and she'll be like, I'm still working on this. I'm working on the scanner. I'm working on this. She is constantly looking for new ways to make it easier for you guys to sell this jewelry. And you should be doing this too. All of these things that I'm saying that Lisa is, that is what you want to aspire to be. Lisa is a person that you want to aspire to be, because Lisa has the good characteristics of a leader, and anybody who wants to be elite should be doing the things that Lisa's doing. You also have to have empathy. Now, when I say empathy, I don't mean empathy in the fact that you're going to hand me an excuse like, you know, well, I had to take my dog to the vet or my kids were sick. I'm talking about empathy, meaning when somebody gets knocked onto the rug from compliance. Exactly. Hey, Liz. Hello, Esther. So what I'm saying is that you have to have empathy. And I'm telling you, if you guys have dreams, you need to set them today. I have a 6-month dream. I have a 1-year goal. And then I also have a 5-year goal. And I plan to live up to them. And every day when I feel like I'm falling short, or I know that I'm slacking a little, then I'm going to go to my dream board and I'm going to look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's why I'm in this game. That's why I'm playing this game, right? So I want to tell you guys that Elite is awesome. It really is. We get insider information, right? They spoil us rotten, but they spoil us rotten because they know that we have to give back to our teams in order to get here. We have to inform you guys, okay? So I'm going to tell you, I think that at this point when I saw Lisa's challenge and I saw that 3 people actually completed it, a challenge as simple as going live, and it could have been for 10 minutes. I want to tell you that it's disheartening. And if I had been in Lisa's position, I wouldn't want to offer you guys challenges. What's the point? We don't do these things. We don't offer challenges. We don't put this in front of you because it makes us feel good, okay? We are doing these challenges. We are creating these contests in order to get you guys to wax on, wax off, right? You guys are learning things and you don't even realize you're doing it. So when you get in front of a group and you're training on something, what are you guys doing? That's training to be a leader. When you guys are doing challenges that involve sales or trying something different in order to do sales, what is that doing? It's teaching you different ways to sell, right? So I'm going to tell you, when we do a buying challenge, right? A buying challenge, and this was my rookie mistake, okay? Rookie mistake, and everybody, if I can prevent you from making it and you have a team and you want to succeed, do not do buying challenges. It's the Hail Mary, okay? So buying challenges is whoever buys the most or buy this much. So yes, we still do them, but it's kind of like we need you guys to hit your base rank. We can't reward you guys and keep giving you challenges and things like that if you guys are underneath what your standard is, right? So if we're not making our standard team rank, that means you guys fell below. Okay, so that's when a buying challenge comes out. But I'm going to tell you guys that are starting and forming your own teams. I'm going to tell you guys that when you do a buying challenge, you can make them buy all the jewelry in the world, right? They can shove you right up to that next rank. However, if you are not teaching them how to sell the jewelry, that's all they did is just buy it. What are they going to do with it all sitting around them? So those are the tips that I can give you in towards beating a leader. A, follow Lisa. B, when she puts a challenge out there, B, me first. Me first. Because at some point, if I kept beating my head against the wall and I couldn't get anybody to participate, then I just throw my head in the sand. And why am I learning all of these things and going out of my way to teach you guys new things when nobody participates or shows up? So I'm telling you guys, be a person that shows up. Be a person that is a doer, not a sayer. You know, and don't ever say fake it till you make it. It's make it till you make it. Because you can make it. All of you have the ability to smash it at this business. There is no magic button, right? It is serious, hard work. But some of you guys are sitting half in. Half in. Okay, if you were going to be half in, just get out. Get out. And the founders will tell you exactly that. Because if you are half in, that means you are half out. If you are afraid to go buy merchandise, if you are afraid to go live, or if you are afraid to do a challenge, if you are afraid what people are going to think about you, and I'm going to say this, when I started this, my mother said to me, don't do this. Who are you going to sell that jewelry to? And she was right. Who was I going to sell this jewelry to? But in my mind, I knew this could work. And I knew that it was going to take me working my butt off to do it. Half out does not get to elite. When you don't do a challenge, you know what that says to me? Never an elite. Because if you are afraid to try something different, then you're never going to go anywhere. You're going to stay right where you're at because you're going to keep doing the same things and you're not going to step out of that box. And I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot of stepping out of that box to get to elite. It takes a lot of having faith. You signed up with Lisa for a reason, or you signed up with the person that's underneath Lisa, but Lisa has all this great training and information. You did it for a reason. Why don't you listen? Because you chose them because of their value. And Lisa has a lot of value to give to her team. Now, Lisa has no idea that I was going to make a lot of this training about her because it is really about goals and smashing them. And today is the first of the year. You know what that means? New year, new you. Did you guys have bad habits? Were you guys getting into the slump of, yeah, you know, I don't really feel like going live. I was at work all day. Why are you making excuses for it? Why are you making excuses to get to where you want to be? Don't make any excuses. Make yourself a dream board. Lay out where you want to go and what you want to do, okay? Because you can have it. So dream boards don't necessarily have to be about ranks. They don't have to be about the life of the party or six-figure bling boss. Life of the party in six-figure bling boss? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'm going to tell you, if you guys are in this to make this into a business, okay, we are going to lay this down in a business sense. Your minimum life of the party rank should be gold. If you are doing this to make it into a business, that is where it should be, gold. And I'm going to tell you why. At gold, you reach double hostess rewards. Now, some people are like, okay, well, double hostess rewards. Yeah, that just made your profit margin much higher, okay? Because you're getting 2 pieces of jewelry for the price, free for the price of 10. So you're getting 12 pieces of jewelry for the price of 10. That takes down considerably. During the course of last Paparazzi calendar year, we actually received a double hostess reward month. Now, I am a big buyer, and I usually rank in the first or second in sales. No problem, Veronica. So I literally, I was thrown for a loop because what that meant for me, double hostess rewards, meant quadruple. So now I was getting 14 pieces of jewelry for the price of 10. And this took this down. My cost, I think it ended up being like $1 or no, $209, I think if I did the math, but this was in February. What happened was I ended up with $60,000 worth of free jewelry. And I was flabbergasted, right? So I want to talk about what your minimal goals should be. And I want to tell you guys, your dreams aren't real unless you put them in front of you, unless you share them with other people, because that makes you accountable, right? Because I was talking about how accountability makes a good leader. You need to be able to share them. And I will tell you what mine are when we're done. So if you guys are here, and I hear people say this to me all the time, I am here for a business. I want to start a business. This is what I want to do. I want to be at home full time. If you are here for a business, then make it a business. Then make sure that no matter what, you are hitting life of the party goal. That is the minimum standard for making this a business, okay? If you are going to go for ranks, and let's say you just started, and I'm talking about team ranks. If you guys are going to go for team ranks, right? What are you doing to invest into your team so that they know how to sell this jewelry? Are you just thinking that it's going to sink in? That you're going to get a self-starter? That somebody's just going to come in and rock this business? I'm going to tell you that I've had some people do that. But I'm going to tell you, if they don't have the basic tools underneath them, they're not going anywhere. I've seen people start with 50 viewers in their first month. I thought, oh my gosh, this girl's going to pass me. Yippee! And boom. They didn't follow the basic steps. So if you guys are going to, exactly, if you guys are buying jewelry and you guys are having jewelry come in large amounts regularly, then guess what? You're going to be selling more jewelry. Because the #1 rule to this game, and I see people say, well, I want to sell 200 pieces in a month or in a week. Okay, well, 200 pieces, how many pieces do you have in your inventory? You have to make things logical, okay? And I wanted to start this off, and I wanted to make sure I purposely did my team and got our dream boards going specifically for this right here. If you guys have to use the logic behind this, and sometimes it's hard to see because a lot of us have never been business owners before, and this is a business. As much fun as it is as much good times as it can be, if you allow it to be, you want to put your business mind on. Some of you may not have a business mind. So have you guys been watching self-help on creating your own business or building your own business? You want to make sure that you guys are doing the things and putting them in place. Obviously, you cannot sell 200 pieces a week or a month if you don't even have 200 pieces of inventory in stock. I don't know many people that can go on a live and sell every single piece of jewelry that they have. I can't. I really can't. Because I don't know. You know, my one customers, I have a group of customers that like this. Maybe, you know, Tuesday night isn't their night. You don't know. However, I see people that they say, I want to get up to 30 viewers. How did you get up to so many viewers? And it's the basics, which Lisa's been teaching you guys, which are available. There are videos all throughout this group. And the basics start off with consistency. And I'm going to share a little story. So I have somebody on my team, and they had messaged me, and they said, you know, I really need to make this work. I need to get it going. I need more viewers. How do I do it? And I go, well, you're not consistent. And she goes, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, you have to have consistency, meaning that you guys have to keep a set schedule. She's like, but I'm live every day. And I'm like, you can be live every day, but your customer isn't going to come on there every single day. But if you give them a time and a place, and you are a person who is not afraid to be yourself in front of the camera, and I know that's a scary place, they are going to make sure that that date, that time, that every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, they're not going out. They're coming to see you. So you have to make consistency the biggest step in hitting more viewers, which is going to make more sales, which is going to give you more consultants to sign up. So consistency, rule number one, right? So I hear other people and they're like, you know, I just can't get more viewers to my live. I am consistent. I go live at the same time every day. And I'll say, okay, well, what are you doing to bring more viewers in? And so I'm going to tell you that if you are not creating the buzz, if you are not building the excitement, if you are afraid to go out and buy new jewelry because you need to have variety, then you're not going to get new viewers. So I literally will post something in the beginning of the day and I'll be like, woo, look what's coming tonight. And then I will post something else about an hour before my live. Look what my share prize is. Do not give your dumpity dump crump to anybody, okay? So when you guys go ahead and you create and you say, share my video, but then you're giving like the worst piece of jewelry away, guess what? That's why they're not sharing. And I've heard somebody else say it. Right, during family dinners, exactly. When you guys are only buying one of each item and you're wondering why people aren't sharing, it's because you're only buying one of each item and they're worried they're going to lose out on the good jewelry because you're only purchasing one. And so they're afraid to share because they know when that purple sparkly beautifulness comes up next, they want it. They're not going to share it with their friend Tina, who loves purple and sparkly too. So you guys have to look at the things that are going to build this business, and you guys have to start good habits today. New year, new you today. This is the Papa New Year. This is a great time to start on your success. So I was telling you guys that I was so disappointed in Lisa's challenge, and I thought to myself, well, why would nobody participate if everybody in that team has expressed to me their goals, and a majority of them have told me that they're going to be elite? So why would they not show that they are leaders? And when the reason I could come up with is you're scared. Okay, do you think that this is easy? Everybody thinks that, oh, she won a necklace. Oh, she has over 100 viewers, that this is easy. It is not easy to come up and do this. Every single time I go live, yeah, I have a little fear in the back of my head, even though it has become my therapy, right? Because everybody on my live, they're not telling me how crappy I am. They're telling me that this is awesome, that they love it, that they love that I smile, that I'm having a good time, and it makes them feel good. So the only thing that I could come up with was that you guys were afraid. So I wanted to tell you what my team is going to be doing. We have created a new challenge. And so this is a great month to recruit, right? And Lisa talks to you guys all the time about value videos. And so I want my team to come into your team and to actually share their training, right? It's called collaboration. And it's so funny. If you guys think that you started 2 weeks ago, you have nothing to offer, you absolutely have something to offer. I don't care if it's how you got over your first fear, because somewhere out there, there's somebody who has that fear. We have an awesome team. Remember how I told you it's so important to build a network? I don't care what you guys think, but in Elite, we're not afraid to share what has worked for us, right? Because that's what a leader does. We go out to help other people. Lisa is very selfless. She uses the time that she does spend on her business primarily to work for you guys. So what I'm offering here for you guys is this. My team, you are going to see them doing live videos starting tomorrow in your group to do training, right? We all have something to offer. We all have either A, ran our own business, B, figured out some secret trick that made us feel better when we were live to not think that we're only talking to a screen. We have done and we have figured things out that have helped us, whether it's organizing, whether it's how we do invoicing. It could be as simple as, the biggest thing that I see is that people make this a challenge for themselves, right? They're thinking too difficult. This is something that it can be a 10-minute video. It could be talking about, it could be motivational. Like, what motivates you? Who motivates you in the company? Because that might say to, I'm just using B because she's one of the last people. B, that might make B watch your video, you know, and she heard you say a consultant's name that you've been watching that inspires you. And then B might say, okay, I'm going to go watch that. If she likes it, then maybe I will. So B is then, you know, she might take off because of that. So what I'm saying is that we have a large team. You guys have a really large team. My team is small. But the things that I have learned personally, and if you guys think that I'm ever done learning, I'm not. Lisa's never going to stop learning. I'm not going to stop learning. Why are you stopping learning at Lisa? It should be everywhere. So what I'm going to do and what I have proposed for my team, and yes, I'm running a challenge. It's a recruiting challenge, but recruiting and getting more people on your team is being able to do value videos. It's about showing up. It's about being consistent. And it's about running your business right. So if you guys aren't consistent, I've had people sign under me and say, yeah, I was going to sign under this person, but you know what? Every time they say they're going to go live, they don't. Or it takes them 5 days to mail out the packages. And they've signed with me. I've said, well, if you're sure, I don't even ask who the consultant is. But if you guys want to do this, and if you want to grow at this, then you guys need to step outside of your box. Excellent, Jessica. And so what I'm telling you guys is that my team is going to be doing training. And I would like to propose a challenge because you guys have what, 1,700, granted probably, you know, 200 and something of them are my team. And some of them are Don Ortiz's team. But I'm going to challenge you guys to actually do more training than my team does. Because I'm telling you, we have the most powerful tool that there is. Because if we're not afraid to share with each other, then all that does is make all of us rise. Nobody has to be a superstar at this. Nobody has to go up individually. Because my job as a team leader, if I've done my part, they're going to go above me. And that's what I want. So what I'm saying is that I am going to challenge my team to beat you guys at training videos. If you guys think that, oh, this doesn't really apply to me, then you missed out. You missed out on seeing who the superstar is on your team. You missed out on seeing who has the leadership skills that are out there. I've learned so much, and these are people that just started. And so when we all put our minds together, and this is why I'm saying that convention is the most important thing that should be on your dream board every single year. If convention is not number one, boom. I don't know why, because that's what blew my business up. And I'm going to tell you a story. So last year, I won the necklace, right? And yes, I was making it on sales and everything else, but I didn't think that it was enough, right? And I sold last year 475,000, I think it was, worth of jewelry. So prior to convention, I was thinking in my head, well, I've been able to get this presence, and I think that I could start this other thing. And I was thinking along the lines, I went out and bought a website. I started talking to vendors, and I was going to start a plus-size clothing website called Marissa's Budget Boutique. You guys know my website, Marissa's Bling on a Budget. So I had this grand idea that I was going to start this other website, Marissa's Budget Boutique. I had told Lisa about it. I have $4,000 worth of product in my garage right now. And this was the whole plan on the way to convention. When we came home, we were going to set it in motion. We were going to make things happen. I won my necklace, and about the second day, or it might have been the first, but the second day or the first day, they announced a new award. And they said, and we just want to tell you that we have started something new, and we want you guys to meet everybody. And so what they did is they created the Six-Figure Bling Boss. Now, as a person sitting in this audience, I had no team. I went to convention as a premier director. That's the second rank after director. I had already been doing this 9 months at the time. I couldn't find my voice to recruit. I didn't want to recruit. I felt, even though I was watching Lisa's videos, I had started a YouTube channel. I wasn't putting my effort really into it because I was working on getting this other business started. They announced the 6-figure Bling Boss. Hi, Delilah. They announced the 6-figure Bling Boss. All of a sudden, I see about 30 women get on that stage. 30 women of different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different, you know, you name it, short, tall, big, skinny, little, you name it, everybody was different. And I looked up there, and my husband and I both looked at each other, and that was our aha moment. We said, what are we doing? Why are we devoting half of our time? Because that's what it would do. It would have split us apart. I am not going to devote half of my time to another business. If I put my heart and soul into this business, I'm going to be standing on that stage. And that was our decision. Later that evening, Lisa is having training in her hotel room. And I went there and we sat down, and all together, we were planning on doing this when we go to convention, my team and Lisa's team. We were sitting there discussing things, and I said, yeah, I decided today that I'm not going to open up this other business. And Lisa's like, really? Because I had been talking to her about it seriously. And I said, that's going to split my time. And if I just really pound the pavement at Paparazzi, I think I can do this. So I left convention at the beginning of August as a premier director. By October, I hit elite. I double ranked twice to get there. All because I said, I'm all in. I'm all in. And convention is going to do that for you. If you're not going this year, you better make sure that you're going next year, okay? The other thing I want to tell you guys is, this should be a priority, you guys. Fashion Fix. Fashion Fix should be a priority. If you guys are complaining about not being able to get new customers, if you are complaining about sales, I'm going to tell you that customers love exclusive jewelry. Exclusive jewelry brings them in, but you have to use it as a tool. And so if you guys are not on Fashion Fix, let me tell you, if you're not going to convention, you try to get on that wait list after we go or in the middle of it, then what's going to happen is this. You guys are going to be waiting like 4 months. Don't wait 4 months to get your business on the road, okay? Fashion Fix is a very good tool for you guys to build your business. I would say 30% of my business is geared around Fashion Fix, and about 30% is geared towards Life of the Party, because I get those exclusive pieces, 5 of them at a time, that I can offer to my customers. Every single time that I present that and I do a video on it and I make them go purchase it from my VIP group after I do it, then all of a sudden I have 15 new people requesting to be in my group. Right now, I think I'm at like 2,700 people in my jewelry group. For me doing this just over a year and a half, that's amazing, okay? So 2 things that are gonna kill it. 2 things that you should be teaching your team. That convention is where it's at. Whether it's the 6-figure bling bosses getting on there, or it's the inspirational speakers that come in and nail it, or I always say that the founders all mean something different to me. That's awesome, Mel. I love it. I love it. The founders all do something different for me, right? And so I'm going to tell you, Trent Kirby, he's my inspiration. He gets up and he says these powerful, moving things that really make you sit back and think about your business. Misty Kirby, she is my firework. She is my excitement. She brings the bang to the party. Shawnee Reeves. Shawnee Reeves is like, listen, you best get that game plan laid out, and you better stay true to yourself and to your brand, and you better not knock my brand out of the water, because we paid a lot of money and did a lot of work to get here. So, and then Ryan Reeves is, do it scared. You know, do not be afraid to do it scared, because although he's not as comfortable in the speaking environment, he's very moving, and he has his words together. And he can do this, right? He's telling me I can do this. I might not know it, but I can get to know it and I can do it. Each one brings something different to the table. That's why I'm telling you, as a group, as a collaboration, we all bring something different to the table that is going to do something different for each one of us. And the fact that we have a team that is so large is like powerful. You guys want to grow? You guys want to break it? Let's break the box. then what we have to do, exactly, push yourselves beyond what you think you can do. If you guys want to break the box, if you want to blow it up, do not be afraid during this next month to be going live and teaching something in the group and sharing with fellow consultants. Nothing that I do is a secret. I have never held it back. In fact, my husband used to ask me, before I was even elite, I would have elite leaders contact me. And they would ask me and how I've been able to do it. And as soon as I hit elite, because I hit elite with 55 girls on my team. No team is too small. And then I hit fashionista with 95 girls. That's astounding. But I invested into my team. And I would have elite leaders call and ask me how I do it. And I would spend a lot of time on the phone with them because I'm not afraid to share the information. And my husband would say, why did you tell them all of that? Why are you doing that? I go, because they're not going to do it. He's like, well, what do you mean? I go, they're not going to do what I do. It's work. So the problem is that if you guys are not getting to where you want to be, it's you. Work it. Work it harder. If you guys think like, oh, you know, I should be here or I should be there. Well, what are you not doing to get there? Are you not trying new things? Are you not being consistent? This is the time to make those goals and make them big. And I'm going to share with you some of my goals. So, I have had a lot of rough things happening in my life, okay? And I live in Michigan, and I'm pretty sick of living my life for somebody else. And I'm pretty sick of people telling me what I can't do. Like I couldn't sell paparazzi. Couldn't do it. I'm here to tell you, I'm probably going to hit $1 million in sales in the calendar year this year. I can do it. I can sell it. This is my 6-month plan. This is over $500,000. This is a home in Florida. This is my dream house. And within 6 months, I'm actually planning shorter time than that, but within 6 months, I'm going to be moving to Florida and I'm going to be living in this house. Hands down. Then, in 1 year, I'm at Crown Club 50, and I am going to be at Crown Club 100 within 1 year. If I could get to Crown Club 50 in a year, less than a year, I can get to Crown Club 100 in less than a year. I plan on my team hitting the jet setter rank. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep pushing, right? And I'm going to look at the sport and be like, oh, you put it out on the carpet, that you're going to be a jet setter. You put it on the carpet to your team, they're going to be a jet setter team. And then I would like to have 2 members of my team hit executive producer. So we have a strong team. We have a lot of good foundation on our team. And I think that can happen. Now, along the way, each moment, I am going to teach, learn, and inspire. If you cannot get up and do a training video for a team, for all of us that have actually been scared to death, right? And if you can't do it in the comfort of all of us knowing where you're coming from, who are you going to inspire? How are you ever going to get there? If your goals are to be a certain rank or a certain, you want to be elite, I'm going to tell you, you can do it in 6 months. Are you going to do the work? But you have to inspire people. Most of the people that sign up under me, they're inspired by me. Most of the people have found me because I have pushed myself out on every channel that I could possibly do it. It is all about getting yourself out there. So if you guys are not on Instagram, if you guys are not on Pinterest, if you guys are not on Twitter, if you are not thinking of new ways to sell this jewelry, if you are not wearing your jewelry, if you are not taking it to the dentist office, and if you can't tell your story, which is a big thing of what my team has done, they've done a why video. It makes you vulnerable, and then it makes people relate to you, and a lot of people get inspired by that. A lot of people are inspired when I do my why video, which is coming up pretty soon. And I have a business page. If you guys ever want to check it out, I'm sure it will be within this week that I will create an event and I will do my why. Because I come to realize that, sometimes we get sick of telling our story, but the fact is that, Heidi Bound, who was a necklace winner as well, the same year that I was, her husband and I were sitting in the airport and he says, so how's recruiting going? And I said, it's good. I know I could do better. And he looked at him and he goes, tired of telling your story yet? And I said, a little bit. And he's like, yeah, he goes, but when somebody goes to a rock concert, when they go to see Kiss or they go to see the Rolling Stones, that band has to play their greatest hit. Do you know how many times that they've played that greatest hit? Do you think that they're sick of it? but that's what the people come for. It's your why. And so that really opened up my eyes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of telling that story, but that was what drew my customer base to me, and that is why I have continued shoppers no matter what. They related to me. I get people that are similar to me. So a lot of you guys, you'll get consultants and you'll be like, why aren't they working? Why won't they do what I'm doing? Because you didn't recruit somebody like you, because you're not being you and you're not saying what it takes to do this job. I never tell anybody there's a magic button that with a $99 kit, you're going to blow this out of the water. It doesn't happen. You guys have to be you when you recruit. You need to not be afraid to go on the live and tell them why you started doing this. You guys want to get recruits? Tell them who you are and tell them what you did to get to where you're at, or tell them where you're going. Inspire people. Inspire people to do this, because a lot of people in the back of their head are saying, I really wish I could do this, but you know what? I'm afraid to do live videos, so I don't think I can do that. Or I don't think I can fit this in with my regular job. Do you have a regular job? Do your customers know that? Do they know what you devote to this to make this work? Do they know that you believe in this, right? You guys can get recruits. You guys have to go find your tribe. So the other big thing, like I said, Empower Me Pink and convention. I always aim to go for passport. Unfortunately, and this is going to all change because I'm moving to Florida, but I live in the frigid cold, and I mean it gets frigid. In fact, this year I did not go to EMP because it was -30 in the state of Michigan. The year before that, we had 8 inches of snowfall the night before that I was supposed to go to EMP, which was a drive to Ohio. Are these excuses? No, but I need to keep the cautionary tale in place here, right? So this year, there's going to be no reason for me not to be at EMP. And as I've told you, these are the things, the collaboration, the networking that you do, the inspiration that you get by other stories and them. These are why these things are important. You need to go to EMP. You need to go to convention. Anytime that you can take a step back from your business, because sometimes we're working it so hard, we don't even know what's going on around us. But I'm going to tell you that every time that I go to one of these things, I came back from the passport vacation, my team hit Fashionista. Every time you get this new found energy, you get this new inspiration, and you guys are cheating yourselves of that if you don't do it. You want to blow this up? Go do the things that are going to help you blow it up. We want to blow this up. I want to blow Lisa's team up. I saw a video vignette, and if you guys haven't seen these, Paparazzi actually does when you guys hit Luxe Jet Setter, which Lisa right now is a Maven A-lister. When she hits Jet Setter, the next rank for her would be Luxe Jet Setter, right? And when she gets that, she actually gets a video vignette. This video vignette will go through and they will follow Lisa for months at a time to catch her training, you guys, to catch her at convention, to catch her at the Elite Summit. And then what happens is that they produce this video and Lisa talks about herself and she talks about us as a team. And then it gives Lisa's business. It gives her personal phone number. And it says, you should join Lisa's team. And Lisa deserves that. And so I'm telling you guys, it's a big thing to be on a Luxe Jet Setter team. It is a huge thing. And she gets a lot more to give back to you guys. She's going to be probably in a whole, they said next year Elite Summit's probably going to be split into 3 sections. She was in a different summit than I was. They had a different set of faces. So the higher that she gets to talk with the higher leaders and she gets to find out what works. And guess what? Lisa's not stingy. She's going to share that information with us. So I have a personal goal to help train with the teams because I have done some amazing things in a short amount of time. And a lot of you guys may be new to Paparazzi, and I just want to give you a little bit of my qualifications. After 6 months with the company, I actually won a necklace. I think it's actually less than 70 consultants out of the, what are we up to? 320,000 consultants have won. I had no network. I had never worked a business like a direct sales company or anything like that. At 9 months, they created a new rank, sales rank, because of me and 6 other girls. Myself and Heidi Bound, who I was just talking about, we were the only girls standing in that new sales rank that hadn't been with the company for 7 years. We had actually done it in less than a year. This year, we are actually going to go to, I know where I'm standing. I'm over triple black diamond right now. So my PV yesterday ended at 259,000. And my goal for this year coming up is 400,000. So I know how to sell this jewelry, but I had to listen. I had to step outside of my box. I double ranked into elite, and then I had double ranked before that. I don't know how many people in the company have double ranked twice, but I have. But that's because I have a strong management background. I have run my own business. I may not have sold anything like this. However, I adapted and I learned to be myself, and it's the biggest tool that I can get. And I collaborated. I listened to Lisa. I wasn't afraid to take her advice. I didn't think anything she said was stupid. Okay? I literally listened to her, and it wasn't going to hurt me to try something new. What was it going to do? Was it going to make me fail? No. At worst, I didn't grow. At best, I blow it out of the water. Guess what? Lisa's training helped me blow it out of the water. I had to do the work, but I would not be in the position that I am without taking Lisa's guidance. Lisa pointing me into the right directions. And so I encourage all of you guys when we do this, for all of us to share and collaborate. And I'm going to push my team to be able to do more training than your team, your set leg of the team. You guys have, I don't know, 1,300. I have 110 actively selling on my team. And I think that we can beat you. Because if I can see a challenge that Lisa puts up and 3 of you participate, yet I've heard at least 23 of you tell me you want to be elite. If you guys are not taking the steps to be elite, you're going to sit right where you are. If you guys are not dreaming big, you're going to sit right where you are. Do not be afraid to set something above. I'm going to tell you that all throughout my journey, people have always told me what my limitations are. They've told me, oh, there's no way you can hit elite in a year. Guess what? I hit it in 3 months because I didn't decide I wanted it till August, and I hit it in October. Okay? People have told me, there's no way you can sell this jewelry. My mom still tells me, when are you going to go back to a law firm? I'm going to tell you, I make 4 times the amount of money that I selling paparazzi than I ever did running a government entity. Ever. Managing an office that I had a $3 million budget. I make way more selling paparazzi, quadruple more. People are going to tell you that you can't do something, but you can do it. It's your job to do it. It is not my job. It is not Lisa's job. We are offering you tools. We are giving you challenges. We are telling you wax on, wax off. We are teaching you without you even knowing it. But if you are too afraid to step up to the plate, if you are not a competitor, and when I see you guys don't compete in the challenges, that tells me that you're not a competitor. I'm a competitor. You guys may not have known me very well, but I'll tell you what, every time Lisa had a challenge, I won. My name was up there. Sometimes I'd win 4 or 5 times in the challenge. If you guys aren't competing, you're not going to be elite. Because you have to compete. At the end of the day, we're all friends. We're all going to sit down at that table and congratulate each other. And if you aren't, then I don't know what you're doing here, because that's what this company is founded on, a sisterhood. So we can all act like it, and we can all congratulate each other on the highs, and we can all share information with each other. Or, yeah, what are you, a shark? Or you guys can just sit back and say, I'm going to hit elite without doing anything to get it, and sit right where you're at. Elite is something awesome. Elite is less than 0.001% of the company, and you all can have it. But what are you going to do to get it? Do you guys think that going live consistently every day is going to help you? Yeah, I mean, consistency is a big thing about people finding you, but what are you doing to bring more people in besides having them share you? What are you doing? It's about trying new things. It's about doing new things to push yourself to that next level. So I do have to share with you my 5-year, and it's kind of a joke. If you guys don't think that I bleed pink, I do. I guarantee you slit my wrist, that pink stuff's going to roll all out with glitter in it, okay? I eat, sleep, and dream paparazzi, and so one night I had this dream. And I dreamt that I was shopping on the website and that they had a special paparazzi Corvette. And the paparazzi Corvette was $35,000, right? It was paparazzi pink, and it was glittery, and it was fabulous. And I said, okay, I am going to have that paparazzi pink. I bought it right in the back office. The next day, and this is the same dream, the next day I dreamt, and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to buy jewelry? And he's like, I don't know, you bought yourself a Corvette, like a little bit ahead of the game. So my dream is that in 5 years that I am going to get a paparazzi hot pink Corvette with glitter on it. Because by that time, I'm going to have money to throw out, right? Like, if you work this business as hard as I do, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to sit still. You are going to push yourself forward to the next level. And that is Mac. He's saying, yes, you will. Okay? I want to say that the elite is the top business builders. Now, I've explained to you guys what elite means, right? I've told you the good characteristics of a leader. And I'm going to tell you that I'm never afraid to share information with the team. With Lisa's team, I'll message her and I'll be like, Lisa, you know, I'm doing a video and I think it'd be really good if your team heard it too. But I'm telling you, I have a commitment because I know Lisa, she deserves Lux Jet Setter. And I'm going to do everything in my power for my team to help push her into that position. I am very, very, very thankful for the opportunities and the training and herself being so selfless and giving each other to this, you know, giving of herself to this team because she really does. She puts herself outside of the box. We are going to be getting together at convention. We are going to be like having a little group session. I'm sure that Lisa and I will say some good points about things and some training, but the more important thing is that you guys all meet each other because a lot of you guys aren't functioning as a team and you guys have no idea the strengths and the power that you guys have. Sometimes I chastise my team and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you guys have this big opportunity and you have this big way to advance yourselves. So the point of this is that you guys need to get out of your skin. Try new things. Lisa's my inspiration, right? Lisa does a lot of this, and a lot of you guys don't know this. I won't put any of her personal information out there, but Lisa's whole life is centered around serving others. And I think she does a darn good job of it for our team. And you guys all think, well, she gets a big paycheck. That's just a byproduct. Remember what I read? I want to read it one more time because I know some of you guys weren't here. This is what Trent Kirby, the founder of the company, says elite is. And every single word describes Lisa. It is a select group of people that is superior in ability or qualities. I like this term elite because I believe people within this group should have and act with superior abilities and qualities in the way they conduct their businesses, themselves, their leadership responsibilities, etc. This is where the work happens. This is where the cheering happens. This is where the teaching happens. This is where the problems are solved. This is not a rank. You may achieve a rank that qualifies the word elite, but it's the actions that make you elite. Elite is a higher standard in all areas. Elite is team before self. Elite has nothing to do with pay or gifts. Those are byproducts. What does it mean to be elite? It means to never stop being better. And so I'm going to tell you guys, Lisa had no idea. I said that I was coming on here just to talk about dreams. But the biggest inspiration that I can give you, the best example I can give you of what to be is Lisa. Lisa is was my path. I had to do the work, but Lisa pointed me in the directions. If you can't jive with what Lisa's saying, then you need to find somebody you do jive with. And I think she said that. I say it to my team all the time. If it doesn't make sense what I'm saying, then you need to go follow somebody else. Because, you know, and I'm going to tell you that Paparazzi Compliance says firsthand, you're responsible for your own business. You are responsible for your own success. In fact, as a leader, as a person that signs people, I have one obligation to make sure you guys know compliance. I say you guys, meaning my team, to make sure that you guys know compliance. I have no obligation to have a team group. I have no obligation to have text messaging. I have no obligation to give training outside of providing the rules of compliance. So I'm going to tell you this. And I'm a lot harder than Lisa is. I'm a little bit, okay? I live with a dying husband. They told me he was going to die in October 2017. They have told me all along the way that he would never make it to see me get my necklace, which was in March, okay? March of 2018. They told us that there was no way that he could fly on a plane to the Dominican Republic. They have told us all along the way. And they have told us, don't make plans. But guess what? This is what you have to do, and this is what a dream board is. We don't stop making plans, okay? We don't live like we're dying. We live every day like we're living, and we keep making plans, and we keep making dreams, just like moving to Florida in 6 months. You know, would somebody tell us it's impossible because of my husband's condition? Absolutely. He's on a ventilator. He's on oxygen. But you know what? Nothing is impossible. And we've proved it time and time again. So you can live in this business like you're faking it to make it, or you can live in this business like you guys are breaking the bank. You are building it up, breaking the foundation down, and building it back. And that is what's important. Live every single day like you're living. Do not ever look at a show as a weakness. When you have 4 viewers on and you're usually at 15, don't end your show. Don't tell those viewers they're not worth it. You committed yourself to go live. Now go live and give them their show. Do not cancel your shows. Unless you guys are like puking or there's snot coming out of your nose or your eyes are pink and purple. Do not cancel your show. People are counting on you. This is a lot more than selling jewelry. This is getting your dreams to come true. You guys need to sit down. I recommend that you do it tonight. I am going to recommend that my team, if I create a post their dream boards, and then they make themselves accountable. I am going to highly recommend that if you have big aspirations of being a leader, an elite leader, then I am going to suggest that you start doing things that a leader would do, like training. And guess what? You can do it just amongst us. All the people that have been where you're at, all the people who have been afraid to go live. But these are my suggestions. I know what I'm doing. I've proven it time and time again. I've proven all those people that told me I couldn't, I can. I told Lisa when I first met her and I found out what a necklace is, I'm going to win a necklace. Do you think, in the back of her mind, Lisa's like, okay, yeah, okay, all right. But I did. I won a necklace. I didn't buy my necklace. I can't afford to do that. My husband was out income. I won a necklace because I said I was going to do it. I had it on my dream board that I was going to win a necklace. I'm going to do these things. It's not maybe. I just put it down on paper. I just made myself accountable by telling you, and I am going to do it. So if you guys are too afraid to commit yourself to something, you're half out of it. If you're going to be half out, just leave. If you do not believe in this company, and you do not believe in this product, and you do not believe in the possibilities, I'm here to tell you, I did it. And I started off with nothing. 6 viewers, 3 months in a row, only 6. Sometimes I would sell 18 pieces a show. I'm going to tell you right now, I usually have shows that are between 450 and 850 pieces of jewelry. So I went from 6 viewers. The first show, I think I sold 11 pieces, and I have built it into that. And I'm telling you, it was hard work, it was sweat, it was tears, and it was stepping outside of my box, and that's what I'm asking you guys to do. So if you guys are going to do something, and you're really going to move in this company, I suggest you guys go make a dream board, and I suggest you do it right away because we got a year. This is a new year, a new you. If you weren't consistent before, if you weren't living up to the standards, if you weren't giving it your all because you were half out, then get in. Because this is a new year, a new you, a new chance, new opportunities. Do not ever let an obstacle get in the way. So I want to say this. I've given you guys all of what my dreams are and where I'm going. And I want to see if anybody has any questions for me. If you guys have something that you believe is getting in your way. And I'm not talking about personal life because that's your choice. You can make excuses for yourself all day long. And there's nothing I am more disgusted by than excuses. So I never want to hear excuses. But if you guys have a legitimate question about something with the business, I would love to help you guys out. And I'm opening up the channels for that right now because I can give you suggestions or I can tell you great leaders to watch. I don't just watch paparazzi leaders. I'm like Lisa, and when I'm shipping, because I do a lot of shipping, I do this whole business by myself. I shipped $475,000 worth of jewelry all by myself last year. So if you're going to give me an excuse as to why you can't do this, I'm going to laugh and go, ha ha. Yes, the shopping spree is amazing. Amazing. Like I said, every time that you get an opportunity to do something, it blows your business up. The diamond shopping spree, or black diamond, the passport vacation. How do you inspire your team to be active? Well, the fact is that I create these challenges, right? And I offer lots of little kitty crafty ideas. If your team is not active by the 7th of the month, they're not in this for a business. They're not. You need to have yourself active by the 7th of each month. If you cannot buy 25 pieces in the first month, they do not set a high standard. But remember, this is what keeps your website active, that website that Paparazzi gives us for free, right? That's the caveat to it being free, you being active. And if you're really working your business, then it may be that your team is not business-minded. It may be the fact that they're not reinvesting what they sell. That's right. I don't ask my team to do anything that I would not do. See me going live in this team group? I asked my team to make dream boards, and I made them. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a lot more stricter than Lisa. When you get somebody that's negative and they're affecting the other people on your team, block them. I literally, if somebody starts falling in with the wrong crowd, and if they start saying negative things, they're not here to work this business. You're either here to sell jewelry or you're here to play Dr. Phil. I'm not the Dr. Phil of paparazzi, right? You can't inspire somebody or teach them what they should already know. I mean, I could tell you guys how to run a business and I can tell you to reinvest, but you have to have the self-restraint to do it. And if you have a team that doesn't, or if they are too busy making friends or shopping other people's jewelry shows, thanks, B, then you can't change that. You know what you do? You go find the people that are worth it, which goes back to decision making. So you guys have to make the decision. I have been in management a long time. I've done a lot of hiring and a lot of firing, right? And I always know, I always used to get ticked when I didn't do the hiring, when I wasn't reviewing the resumes, but I always knew who was going to work and who was going to be worth it, right? Because every time that you hire a new employee, it's an investment, whether you see it or not. Because if they don't work out, you just wasted a bunch of money. You have to train them. And you have to look at it this way as a team leader, as somebody who's recruiting somebody. And this was a saying that I took back from the Elite Summit. It is so much easier to give birth to a new consultant than to give life back to a dead one. If they don't have the mojo and if they don't have it in them, you can't make them want it. I know somebody, like I said, I have seen people that have gotten 50 viewers their first month. They could have easily had a necklace. They could easily be elite right now. They blew it. They threw it away. And if they throw it away, you can't do anything about it. You have to focus on the people that are worth your time. It's decision-making time, because at some point, you may have 2 signups, 3 signups. At some point, you're going to have a lot more than that, and you're going to have to figure out who's worth your time and what the value is behind it. Any other questions, you guys? So I want to do another video this week because I think that there's a lot of you guys that are the top 3 things that I train my team on. So number 1 is consistency. I think that is the number 1 play to the game, is consistency. If you are not consistent, nobody knows when to find you. You're never going to build your audience, okay? And if you're wish-washy, nobody's going to come back, right? So if you say, yes, it's every Tuesday, but then on Tuesday, like usually you do your lives like twice, you're not there. And then inventory building. If you guys think that I pulled money out of this right away, I did not. If you think that I did not invest my own money into this, I did. Because I believed in it and I knew if I kept doing this, then it would happen. Because I wasn't giving up. If you guys are giving up, get out. Get out. If you've like personally given up in your mind, just get out. So the next thing I teach is inventory building. You have to build your inventory, okay? You cannot just buy what you deem as pretty or ugly. You have to buy for the masses. We have a product that hits every target market there is, okay? It is not like any other MLM company. We also have new product that comes out every day. If you are not bringing new product to your customers, and I hear people say, well, my customers don't like copper. Well, what happens when you get a customer that doesn't? You don't have copper, right? So I always teach about building your inventory. This is a business. Tina Dodd, who I'm going to call out because she may do the training for you guys, did a training in our team, and she talked about how her husband owned a skid loading business. And she talked about how in order to get this business off of the ground, that they had to buy a skid loader, they had to buy this, they had to buy that. Oh, girl, you're an all-star. And in reality, they spent $100,000 in order to start this business. So what I'm saying is that you cannot be afraid and not have the mindset, well, what if this doesn't work? You just lost. So I always teach, buy inventory, buy for the masses. Do not buy yellow because nobody whoever buys the yellow. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to buy the kids' jewelry because I just don't like that. Do you know how many customers that I've made because I carry the kids' jewelry and then they start shopping with me because their consultant didn't? Or the hair accessories, right? So I think that building the inventory is the hugest thing that you can do. The other thing that I can say is that being yourself. So when I started this business, I told you I had 6 viewers for 3 months. Let me tell you why. Because it took me a long time for this to sink in. I have worked in a professional environment the majority of my life. I had to wear a suit. I had to wear high heels. I had to do all of these things that I sat in this box that somebody told me I was, right? You have to be this. You cannot wear more than 1 ring per hand. You cannot dye your hair any color outside of blonde, brunette. So I'm going to tell you that when you turn into yourself, because I would look very professional, right? I was like, I'm in my suit. I'm in a very fancy dress. I am dressed like I'm going to work at the law office, but that wasn't me. And so a lot of people will see my videos and I love crowns, right? And if you guys ever see me, like this necklace was really designed for me. I love sparkles. When I decided to turn the switch, when I realized that there's nothing wrong with wearing my yoga pants and a paparazzi t-shirt and wearing a crown on my show, because why? I love crowns. And wearing shirts that light up and glitter, why? Because I love it. And then I would tell about myself. That took me from 6 viewers, and it took me all the way. Sometimes I get 150, and I've had 185 before, you know. But people can't be in the mindset that viewers are what is going to make this for you, because I can sell more with 60 viewers than I can with 100 and something. I can. So it's never about viewers, okay? It is always about the sales. And so that's why I tell you guys, I don't care if there's only 4 people watching. I don't care if there's 1. My opinion is keep going. And I've done that. I've been consistent, and I don't care how many people are on. But it's all about being yourself. I know it makes you vulnerable. The scariest thing you can ever do in your life is to be yourself. It was a very scary place for me because I hid behind a suit with high heels, and I was very firm. I would never talk any slang. I would never, ever wear a crown to work, right? But that's me, and that's who I am. And as soon as I embraced me, and then I was me, and I talked about me, and I talked about my family, that blew it up. So consistency, inventory, and be yourself. Yep. I can also say too, I want to put this out there. There are a number of you, and how I know this is because I do have the website, right? So I have a website. I have had so far 90,000 visitors this month, or I mean this year, so far since January. Probably more. That was a few days ago. So what I'm going to tell you guys is this. A lot of what you are doing is solved in Lisa's branding boot camp, because I've seen your orders come into my website, right? And maybe you're just grabbing it for your best customer. And then I look at the address and it says Paparazzi Accessories. Are you Paparazzi Accessories? You're not. And I hate to tell you, that's a huge violation of compliance. I don't know why you guys are consistently doing it. I don't know why when I look at your personal profiles, because I come check you out. Lisa might whisper in my ear and she'll be like, oh, I got this new girl. She's so awesome. Or you need to check out her. She's doing something great. Or, and if I go look at your profile, I sneak a peek because I want to see when your name comes across the screen and I see you work at Paparazzi Accessories. You do not work at Paparazzi Accessories. You are not giving yourself the visibility to get out there. And you do not work there. And you guys are actually in big violation of compliance because you don't work for paparazzi. If you guys worked in the corporate office, sure, put it there. But whatever the name of your paparazzi business is, you should be linking it so that they can go right there. And whatever you guys are doing for your profile pictures, those Snapchat things, great, that's so cute. Nobody's going to recognize you. You should have yourself. You should be yourself. It should not be a picture of a dog or your children. This is the game of visibility. You want to blow it up? Get yourself out there. And I have videos on YouTube about that. How to blow. I have another video that I've done for this team called How to Blow Your Business Up. My YouTube channel is Marissa's Bling on a Budget. Lisa's is Lisa Abercrombie. I highly suggest you go to Lisa's channel. I highly suggest that Lisa put in here, if she's still on here, the branding boot camp. I can't tell you that every time I see something posted, I'll go, I don't know why you're not watching Lisa's branding boot camp. The tools are here, guys. New year, new you, new habits. 21 days to form a habit. So if that means 21 days of consistently on the way to work, that's all you have to do. Put it on in the car. Of, you know, when you're out in the yard. I don't know why you can't just listen to a podcast or put on the YouTube channel and play it while you're gardening. You guys are the only one in your way. And so I highly suggest that you get yourself out of your way and you push yourself forward, because nobody's going to tell me what I'm going to do. Nobody's going to tell me what my limitations are, and nobody's going to tell me what I'm going to win at and what I'm going to fail at. And nobody should tell you either. And today is the day. Make your goals. Don't be afraid to set them high if you're not afraid to do the work. If you are afraid of what this business can offer you, I am living proof that it will offer you something wonderful. Yeah, your hard work will not go wasted, that you're never going to hit the top in paparazzi because they want you to keep climbing. And I guarantee you there's a new life of the party rank, and I'm going to be in it. There may even be two, because now that I'm over triple black diamond, I'm guaranteeing that they're going to have to make one in the middle. So I'm telling you guys, dream big. Do not be afraid. Make yourself accountable by sharing those dreams with people on the team. Make yourself a network with people on the team. Us doing training and providing this to each other is going to help you guys grow. I promise you. Don't think you have nothing to offer. Everybody on this team has something to offer. And we've all been in the same position. So this is, Lisa tells you to do value videos. These value videos can go onto your business page. But if you are one of those people who is too afraid to do it, this is a great opportunity, because we've all been there. And you can do it for the team. And you know what? I bet you somebody reaches out to you and like, you know what? Thank you so much for doing that. You hit it right home with me. These are great moments. And if you don't think it'll build your confidence, and if you don't think you can't learn something from it, if you think you're too good to try something new, you're probably too good to make it into elite and be 0.001% of the company. So with all of that, I'm going to let you guys go. All I can say is stay positive. Don't listen to anybody else. Put the roadmap in front of you and follow it and push your hardest and reach out. Do the training. That doesn't mean go message Lisa and ask how you do it. Why don't you go get on one of the training videos or go to her YouTube and go look for it, right? So this week I want to try to do another training. It may be next week in the beginning. Right, Tina? The 80s girls. This week I'm going to try to do another training. I realize so many people are afraid to actually go live, and I would like to do it on speed shopping, which I've been highly successful at. That was a big step in reaching a new audience. Just remember that each different way that you sell this jewelry is going to bring in a different audience, and that's key. And we'll talk about it next time, okay? You guys have a wonderful week. I hope you set those goals high. I want to see all of you walking across that stage. And if you aren't going to convention this year, I want to see you next year, because it's important. Good night, you guys. Thank you, Lisa.